Hello everybody and welcome back to the building of this Mercury Matador. When I finished the last video, which apologies, it was quite lengthy, wasn't it? But I like to show you the whole process. There was still some finishing off work to do on this fuselage. So this is a short video, it'll be 3 or 4 minutes perhaps. I want to show you what I've done since you last saw the video, and the most obvious one is, or the most obvious thing is, I've added this section at the front of the fuselage. As you can see, the engine, although it's not bolted in, it fits in very neatly to the spacings that were designated on the plan for the Frog engine. This will need to be all fuel proofed inside, and this hatch, which is made out of 8 balsa, which I wet on the outside and steamed, and I managed to get it to form it round, not in one piece, it's actually three parts that have then been sanded together. I think that there may be a couple of lugs added in, that'll be locked in place with magnets perhaps, and that gives access to if the engine needs to be taken off. It needs to be covered on the underside here, but I'm going to do that after it's been fuel proofed internally, and I need to collect some wire to bend up and make the undercarriage and then fasten it via some cable ties through those 2 holes there. That's going to be a fiddly job, but I think it's going to be doable. And you can see quite nicely inside there the guides that lock the undercarriage in position. Perhaps if it had a bit of plywood, thin plywood over the top once they're in, that might lock them even more, don't know. I did also say at the close of the video that I was going to add some gussets to the internal framing, and if you look closely here, might even be able to get this in, you can see that I've made those out of little triangles produced from the 3/16 balsa, which I think add enormously to the strength of the structure if you add them on one of these stick constructions. So 1 or 2 little things to complete the model, complete the fuselage rather, and I thought it would be nice to let you see that. I think it'll be the tail surface and the fin next. That'll finish this off nicely. I'm undecided in terms of how I'm going to cover this model. It really screams out for a traditional covering with a modern twist, perhaps doculam and silk or doculam and tissue. But I must admit I've got boatloads of solar film sitting, and I know it's a little bit of sacrilege to use that, but I don't know, maybe we'll have a vote on it. I've decided to leave out the 3/16 square section that was shown on the plan going through here, because a free flight model, that's fine, you can use that, you don't need to access the interior, but I do need to be able to get into the radio gear, so it's nice to have enough room to do that. These little cutouts therefore will need to be filled in. So I hope that's been useful for people to see how it's come together. I'm off this weekend to an indoor flying meet. I'll perhaps get a nice video of some of the lads flying the models. I'm starting to think of a project for myself, and I need a little bit of help setting up the receiver with my Radio Master transmitter, and one of the lads is very experienced with that, so hopefully he'll be able to help me out on Saturday. So I hope everybody has a good weekend coming. This, as I say, was just by way of a little short update, nowhere near as long as the video that I did last time, but I like to show you the whole process if I can do that at all. So thanks for looking in, stay tuned, stay safe, bye for now.